Hello, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 59 of Raise the Halt, our Aston Villa quest to return them to European football's top table. And today we have a European Champions League special, the quarterfinal, both legs against Benfica. The first leg is away from home. We're going to get to that in just a second, but let's have a look at things and how they have been going since the last episode. You can see just the one game since we beat Sevilla. It was at home, to Manchester City, and it was a really, really good 2-0 win. Conte and JSL, Jorgen Strand's Larsen with the goals. This was a pretty even game, but we defended really well. They only had one shot on target, and we took our chances. So it's one of those results that's just really, really satisfying because they're a really good team, and we didn't give them a chance at the back, and we just took ours when we had them. So really happy with the result. And of course, the goals from this game and any game this month that isn't on the channel as far as the game shown goes, you can see it goals of the month. There won't be goals of the month at the end of this episode because you can see we'll only be halfway through March. April? April's the fourth month, isn't it? Halfway through April, but next episode likely will be when you will see those goals. And just another thing to update everybody on quickly here, if we just have a look at the under-23s, we need to introduce you to a new youth prospect that we have. And it's right here, Callum Mosley. Someone who watches the channel, I said I'd like to name some youth players after you. Callum is our new young striking prospect, and you can see here quite the prospect he is too. Excellent pace, excellent agility, excellent acceleration. Finishing is decent. Off the ball is decent. Only young still at 19. You can see that this season, just so we get a full introduction, he's spent last season on loan at Sunderland. Did okay in League One. 11 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. And you can see this year he's on loan again in League One. 10 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. Average rating is improving. He's a really, really good prospect and someone who, to be honest, I wouldn't mind bringing into the first team for next year. So that's Callum Mosley, everybody. Let's welcome him to the club. And we'll, I'm sure, see a lot of him to come in the future. So let's get on, though, with this Benfica game. This is the team that we have. We're going as strong as we possibly can. Golini in goal, Lenglet, Van Drongel and Kone across the back, Conte and Davies with the width, Lima, Ali in midfield, and the Holy Trinity back together, Roberts, Gonzalez and Wilson. We're going for goals in the away leg. I think that worked well for us last time. Hopefully we'll concede a few less, though. So we can see they're playing pretty defensively here, aren't they? Only really 2 guys up top. We don't know how the wingers and midfielders are going to play, I guess, so we don't want to take them too lightly. But when we did look at their team after the draw, there was certainly nothing there that's sort of necessarily to fear, given we're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Rebrov says we should challenge them to pick up where they left off. Okay, let's show me what you can do to keep this run going. That seemed to work pretty well, didn't it? Let's give them the old "we have faith." Calmly, of course. There's no other way to say you have faith. And let's go out and, when we could get into the semi-finals of the Champions League here, let's see what we can do. Okay. I can't believe we're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League here, but I mean, the fact that it's Benfica makes me think that Benfica are no better than Seville. And, we beat Seville, I wouldn't say comfortably, but we beat them, didn't we? So there's no reason why we couldn't do the same thing here. We just want to try and keep it tight. We did concede a few goals against Seville, which we probably don't want to do against Benfica, though. Scouts were saying that the defense is their weakest part of their game, I guess. So, yeah, let's see. Not very light on the highlights here, though, isn't it? I'm wondering. So we've got the ball. We're coming through the centre mostly, which, given that we have Roberts and Ali through the middle, it's not necessarily surprising. Let's give them more encouragement. See what we can do. So I hope everyone in the UK actually has survived this beast from the east. We've had quite a bit of snow here, but Davies is off. Oh no, Ben Davies, what have you done? We're not even on get stuck in. Okay, so how do we play this? Now, I mean, it's Mings that has to come on. It's whether he comes on for Patrick Roberts. Ideally, we'd like to keep Wilson's pace. So it's whether it's Patrick Roberts or Gonzalez that comes off. We have another striker on the bench. We don't really have another Patrick Roberts on the bench. So I'm thinking we might try bringing Mings on for him. We'll play Wilson there. and hope, I guess. What a stupid thing to do, Ben Davies. So now we have to wonder, do we just try and get it back at 0-0? I can't believe Ben Davies has done that. He's not usually someone that, I don't remember him getting a booking all season hardly. I mean, obviously he gets the occasional booking as a defensive player, but he's not someone that you would say has been a red card risk, and he's just inexplicably gone and done that. Okay, so I'm going to say not happy. I mean, there's no highlights, so we can't be happy just from that perspective, but Ben Davies, just get away from me. Let's give him an assertive or an aggressive. We'll go assertive. Like, just stupidity. I'm toying with the idea of playing on the counter, but as I've said before, I don't like doing that because I just feel like it just invites pressure onto us. Okay, here we go. This is going to be our best chance from something, I think. It's just not the greatest. Dele Alli, can he produce some sort of magic? He can. Now that's repaying some of that 60 million. What a strike that is. There's absolutely nothing going on here. Whack. Pick that out. Patrick Roberts has possibly picked up. He should be able to get through the match. Okay. We do have Luis Felipe on the bench. I'm wondering if we should bring him on and sit midfield a little deeper now. We'll wait till after this highlight. That increasingly looks a decent thought. As ever, have I had this thought a little bit too late? Mings clears, not the best clearing header. It's Golini. What have you? I don't know if it's the game or if it's Golini's mentality in these big games. What sort of an attempt to make a save was that? It's not the best header clear. He got there and I don't know. Maybe it's just the animation. It was sort of a decently lofted finish, wasn't it? So maybe it's just the way the animation works. Things aren't going fantastically here, though. Wilson's probably extremely isolated. So what we'll do, I think, is we'll take him off for Strands Larsen. I think a target man is probably the better option if it's just one man up front, as it is. Patrick Roberts isn't playing particularly well. I don't necessarily want to make the third change with time left. All right, we're almost just want to try and get out of this with a draw at this point. Can we get that clear? Golini makes that save. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's give him a concentrate. And I think what we might do, the Holy Trinity just haven't been in this, but then we had to take one of them off early, didn't we? That's disappointing for Strands Larsen to lose a header like that. That's not why we have him in the team. Mings. That's unlucky. He's won that ball and it's just ricocheted out. All right, we need to get somebody else in there, I think. Can we get that clear? Conti. Oh, we're just not having any luck with our clearances. That's a decent tackle from Lima, but they're there again. Can we get this clear? It's not the best cross we've seen, but it's still with them. It's a good block. Is that... who was that over there? Conti heads it clear. It's still with them. We just cannot get this ball. We almost need to put it out for a corner. Take that. We will take that. Okay, let's... Felipe on for Roberts. Let's do a little rejig of midfield here. Put him on support. I think we might put Strands Larsen on support as well, just to try and bring the rest of the team in, sort of hold it up. And then the one thing we want to change here is dribble less, because he's not a dribbler. Good old Luis Felipe. Okay. And let's see what we can do. I mean, they're looking nervous. It's such a shame that we're that player down and we can't really get at them. We've got a few looking nervous players as well. Can we get one more in just to encourage? Despite having 10 men, we have had the more shots on goal. Arguably been the better team. It's just going to be the end 30 seconds. There is a chance here still for something to happen. Conti, can he head it down? We have no one up there. We only have the one striker. There we go. We found Felipe this time, though. Can we launch something? Still 15 seconds. Oh, there's an outside chance. Passing it. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Conrad Lima. I probably should have taken this off short passing, actually. Oh, don't score. Don't score. That's just rude. Oh, Golini again. That hurts. Literally on the stroke of full time, that pass is just woeful. And then this save or attempted save from Golini is just... I don't know if that's goalkeeping. Words. I've lost them. I've lost all words for that. 2 saves from Golini, or attempted saves, that really should have been better. Is there a time for us to just try and knock something in? Dele Alli, he's offside, I think, isn't he? Yeah. Well, we've got the away goal, which isn't the worst thing. We obviously now need to get the win at home. But 2-1 away, it's not the worst result, especially given that we had 10 minutes. Just that, if we could have got that 1-1, that 95th minute goal, that absolutely is just heartbreaking. All right, so we'll put it down to one of those days. We've already told Ben Davies off. I don't see the point in doing it again. So there it is, 2-1 away from home. Not necessarily the perfect result we were looking for, but not the worst, let's face it. If we have 11 men the entire game at home, we've got to be confident, I think, that we can get the job done. So stay there. We'll be right back for the second leg. Okay, welcome back for the second leg. Now, just before we get onto this, a quick update on the league. You can see that in between here we had a 1-0 win against Leicester. It was a good, solid 1-0 win, though it was very much tainted. We had injuries to Lenglet and Molyneux, who played up front. Molyneux's done for the year. I think he was 3 months for the hamstring. Lenglet's 5 to 7 weeks. So we can see coming into the mid-April, Lenglet's probably done for the year as well. But what we want to have a quick look at here is the league table, because Chelsea did us a favour and beat Arsenal. And look at that. Suddenly, with 6 games to go, we are 7 points clear. And if you look at our run in, it's not horrible. I mean, we have Bristol, who are 10th. Arsenal, obviously, is the big one away, who are 3rd. Middlesbrough, who are 18th. Huddersfield, who are 15th. Stoke, who are 6th and will be a little bit tougher away from home. And Southampton, who are 7th. Given we have 7 points in our hand, that's looking very doable, guys. We are not looking too bad. And we have also secured European Champions League football for next season already. So we know we're going to be in the Champions League. I don't want to go out here. I really, really want to get through to the semi-finals. But the league title is beginning to look a real possibility. So let's have a look at what we have coming up here in the Benfica game. We've had to make a few changes thanks to injury. So Golini in goals. It's Williams that has come in for Lenglet along with Van Drongelen and Kone. Mings is in for the suspended Davies with Conte on the right. Lima, Ali in midfield with the Holy Trinity, Roberts, Gonzalez and Wilson up top. Okay, so they've gone with the same sort of formation. We know roughly what to expect from them. If we do have 11 men on the field, I think we're a decent chance. We'll go with the fans. Let's give them what the fans are expecting. Conrad Lima didn't particularly like that. Hopefully, with the We Have Faiths, we can pull back Lima into line here. Yes, we can. Nicely done. High fives between the management team. And let's go play some Champions League football. All right, Villa Park on a Champions League night. We don't want to tempt fate, but I mean, this could be our last game in the Champions League, couldn't it? But I mean, a 1-0 win will get the job done for us. So let's hope that we can get that. Obviously, we don't want to start conceding goals because we only have the one away goal up our sleeve. At least we had the 2 with Sevilla, didn't we? So this is a kickoff highlight that's going on a little bit longer than I would have liked. Golini snares it from the air. So let me know what you think in the comments. League title, should we begin to? I mean, we may have no choice but to favour that. With the Leicester game, that I rested quite a few of the first team players. We got away with it, which was the good thing. Solid 1-0 win, as I said. But all right, what can we do here? Roberts up early ball for Wilson. He has Gonzalez with him. Go on, Wilson. Go on, son. Go on, Wilson. Oh, it's a bit of a tame finish at the end of it all, but decent enough up until the shot. You wonder if he could have perhaps contemplating Gonzalez. All right, he was set piece out to Kone. Kone's got a bit of a shot on him. Actually missed by quite a way, didn't it? But we'll get excited. We may not have many other chances to get excited. Okay, we need to defend this. What have we got? 4 men in a wall there for? Can we get a block in? Can we get a block in? Oh, that looked close. It's probably too soon to give them a concentrate. Hasn't been too bad so far. Might be lagging a little bit, guys. Apologies if that's the case. Roberts, here we go. Go on, Paddy Roberts. Paddy Roberts! Oh, just that weak finish again. We're not looking too bad, actually, running at their defence. I'm wondering if that's something we should perhaps look to do a little bit more of. We just want to try, even if we, for the first half, just try and keep it tight. We don't want to go in. We don't want to go behind in this game. That really would signal trouble for us. Conti into Roberts. Bit of space in here if he can run into it. Gonzalez has found it. Wilson, can he find a finish? It's gone out to Conti. It's okay. It's patient. Roberts out to Conti again. Can we find a cross? We can. Gonzalez off the post goal. Get in! Goal! Third time's a charm, as they say, and eventually the ball went in the back of the friggin' net. I did not think that was going to go in then. But look at that. Post, keeper, and then Wilson just absolutely bullets it in. There was no chance of saving it for a third time. Well done, boys. So that's the league on away goals here. What does this game hold for us? We've absolutely dominated in terms of shots. If we can get a second doesn't really make a difference in a sense that go on Wilson. Oh, Golini would have let that in, wouldn't he? In that if they score, then they're not necessarily through. It just ties it up, so it makes a difference in that sense. But a second goal doesn't make us that much more comfortable. But they haven't had a shot on goal yet. We just don't want to get mugged off here, do we? One shot from them and one goal. All right, Golini launches it upfield. We still have some time before half-time, so if we can win this header, there might be a chance of a second. Dele Alli, he scored that the goal in the last game for us. That's not the best pass, but Roberts will pick it up. Roberts up to Wilson. What can Wilson do? We've got back post. Wilson! Come on, boys. We're getting the shots. We just can't find it at the back of the net. Can we get something from the corner? Patrick Roberts will knock it in. We've got men there. Back post. Wilson. No, he hasn't quite been able to turn. We should still have that. We do. Mings retrieves it. Mings wouldn't be a bad man to get up further for corners, actually. He's quite good in the air. Can we get that clear? We can. Still time before half-time. Can we launch a counter? Look at Wilson running up there. Can we pick him out? Roberts. Oh, he's done well. He's taken 2 men up. Play with that one touch. He's running at the ball. Come on, Wilson. Go on, Wilson. Go on, son. Oh, the keeper again. That wasn't a bad attempt from Wilson, actually. That was more of a good save than a weak attempt. Can we get one from the corner? He knocks it in again. We've got a man attacking the ball. It's going to Dele Alli. This is just... You just fear the mugging, don't you? 18 shots, 9 on target, and we've only scored the 1. We only need the 1, granted, but we've... Oh... I don't guard against complacency. I think that might be the way to go because we have been absolutely dominant, but we have absolutely not... Well, we have something to show for it, but we are just one mistake away from being behind in this tie again. So no one's on a caution, so we don't need to worry about telling people not to get sent off. Patrick Roberts has been quite good. Who else have we got here? And Golini, we'll just tell him there's more to come. All right. Second half. Is this our last half in the Champions League? Let's hope not. I think we deserve to go through. Considering that the team that we have no business being in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, never mind the semi-finals. Everybody's motivated. It's not motivation that I fear here, it's concentration. Patrick Roberts knocks it in. Kone wins that ball back down to Williams. Can we get it? Patrick Roberts, can he find a shot? It's a penalty? It's a penalty. It's a penalty. All right, everyone take a deep breath. Who's taking this? It's Wilson? No, that's not Wilson. Who is that? It's Dele Alli. Come on, son. Woohoo! 2 goals in the Champions League quarterfinal, and suddenly Dele Alli's 60 million fee is beginning to look like it was money very well spent. Almost a bargain, you might say. We just need to make sure that we don't go and concede a goal here. We haven't done it straight away, so that's good. It'd be good too if Dele Alli can come in and be a reliable penalty taker, because Jedinak has been absolutely brilliant for us at penalties. Obviously, he's sort of more on his way out now. I think he's on the bench for this game if we needed someone to close up midfield for us. Patrick Roberts! Oh, it's off the post, is it? What an effort that would have been. So if we can find someone that can come in and just be that reliable penalty taker, that would be absolutely brilliant. And if it's Dele Alli, then so be it. I'm more than happy for him to keep taking them. So they're looking frustrated, they're looking nervous. A goal now only gets them equal. It only ties up the game. But of course, a second goal for them, an away goal, starts to look very complicated for us. So we'll give him another concentrate. Patrick Roberts is looking tired. I think we might... Can we get ahead of here? Conrad Lima down to Gonzalez. Oh, it's there for Kone! Post! Oh! How many times have we hit the post this game? Okay, what are they? They've gone 2 up top. They've got the same formation. All right, Roberts, he's played really well. He's looking tired, though. I think... No, I don't have Jedinak on the bench. I have... All right, we might do Ahmed Zovic and just look to try and begin to close this game down a little bit. There's 10 minutes to go. So Regista? No, I don't want him... I just want him to defend. I don't want anything silly. If we just start and lower the tempo, stay on feet, more discipline, stick to positions, and maybe retain possession. We don't want to necessarily go defensive yet, but I do think we just want to try and just take the pace out of the game. Nothing more than that. Roberts was looking quite tired there, wasn't he? All right, so Golini, goal kick. We win that header. We can down to Conti, up for Dele Alli. I should probably move Dele Alli to an advanced playmaker, actually, but he's doing it. I really like him in this box-to-box role. Can he find a cross? He's gone to the edge of the area. We have, is that Lima there? Knocks it in for Conti, across the box for Mings. That wasn't the best pass, but we've got it back. Actually, you know what we should be doing is putting those wing-backs to defensive as well. Dele Alli out to Mings in loads of space. Can he find a cross? Can he win us the tie here? Gonzalez off the post again! Unbelievable! Conrad Lima, Mings has got to be offside. I cannot believe how many times we have hit the woodwork in this game. All right, Mings, go defensive. Conti, go defensive. We don't really have another sub we want to make right now, I don't think. We might look for some time-wasting subs in just a minute here. All right, so we'll do that now. We'll go back into tactics. Now we'll go defensive. What do we want to do? All right, what we might do, we might take Conrad Lima off for Felipe, which in itself doesn't look like a defensive sub, and really it's not. But what it is it is a very good passer of the football coming on. Just dribble less. That we can, we just want to keep possession now. So we're basically bringing on a fresh legs and a passer is what we're doing. All right, 2 minutes to go. Concentrate. I'm shaking, guys. I can't believe that we haven't put this game to bed. So they're going for it now. They have to go for it. I told them to concentrate. It's just, this is it to the end. Have we done it? I think we've done it, guys. Stoppage time is up, but there it is. I cannot believe Aston Villa is in the semi-finals of the European Champions League. What a game that is. Oh, Okay, so passionate. I'm in a little bit of shock. That's a good win. I just had the feeling that that was going to end in Benfica scoring a counter-attack goal or something silly like that. So Arsenal through as well, and I think it was Paris and Barcelona that went through. What am I trying to do here? I want to go to the profile. Should show it, shouldn't it? So it's Paris, Barcelona, Arsenal, and Aston Villa in the Champions League. It's got to be the most unsuspecting. What's the word I'm looking for here? Unusual English participants, isn't it, for the Champions League semi-final? Let's have a look what the news is here, and we'll come back for the draw. Patrick Roberts injured. Of course, that's not the worst thing. We've got another 6 million in the bank. All right, we'll be back here in a second here, see who we are playing in the Champions League semi-final. All right, here we go for the draw. Let's talk about this first. Who do we want? I think Arsenal, they're probably our best chance of winning, but I think that would be a little bit boring, wouldn't it? Barcelona or Paris. We probably want one of the big boys. We're hopelessly out of our depth at this point, no matter what happens. So let's just see who we get. First name out of the hat is Arsenal. We have Arsenal in the Champions League semi-final, so it's going to be Barcelona, Paris, and the other one. Well, we know all about Arsenal. It's maybe slightly disappointing, to be honest, now that we have Arsenal, but we're ahead of them in the league. There's no reason why we couldn't get past them in the Champions League. So what do we do here now for the next episode? We really have to come back for Arsenal in the league, don't we? Yeah, what I think we'll do is we'll come back for Arsenal and Middlesbrough in the league, then we'll do the Arsenal doubleheader in the Champions League, and the only reason that we'll show the Huddersfield game is if at that point we can win the league. Obviously, we will come back if a league title is on the line, but I think next episode we'll come back for Arsenal and Middlesbrough, because if we can beat Arsenal, then that essentially eliminates them from the title race, and it'll just be us and Manchester United. So that's it for this episode. Next time it'll be Arsenal and Middlesbrough in the league. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. We're in the Champions League semi-finals, so you have to have enjoyed that. If you're new, subscribe. Otherwise, I've been Aussie Bill, and thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.